First of all, I think your analysis was very straight line. History doesn't run in a straight line.
Kid, you cannot tell your neighbor he is stealing ducks when you are stealing funds.
As High Commissioner, I was wrong. As Charandas Prasad, I reacted naturally how any person would have.
I did not come here for that kind of abuse. I did not come here for that kind of abuse. If you're going to go along that road, I'll walk off.
But it's all okay once they're talking. If they weren't talking, I could not have been here today.
You got ADHD. I got nothing.
Calm down.
I think I've done enough in terms of taking our team out of trouble from losing.
Come on, Lou Taylor. That's good. I'm reading the script now, and the first person that comes to my mind to play a detective,
yes,
but an erratic detective, is Mickey Rodriguez.
Why an African slap an Indian? Why a man and slap a woman? Look, how you deal with that? You deal with that.
We must encourage platforms like this because it brings together different people and allows for discussions to take place in our country on a multiplicity of fundamental issues.
Kingdom, you apologizing for something you think I did is wrong. I don't want you to do that, and you should not have done that. Hi, good evening. Welcome to the Freddie Kissoon Show. This is the last show for the call-in for 2024. 2024 has passed and gone. Well, it's about to pass and gone. For the Friday edition call-in program, 2024 is about to pass. It's been a long journey in 2024 on these call-in programs. In all honesty, I have learned a lot from these call-in programs. We have seen the idiotic side to people. We have seen the patriotic side to people. And it has been brought to our attention things that need to be corrected in this country that have not been corrected as yet, even though they need to be corrected, and they were aired on this program. Looking back at 2024, these call-in programs, I cannot flatter myself and say it has been a success. That's because we have no way of measuring the success of these call-in programs, whether many of the complaints have been acted upon. I see some complaints have not been acted upon. For example, on the UG Road, since 2023, November, a huge pile of red sand is on the parapet there, and that has been there for more than a year now. We highlighted that a year ago. There is at the corner of Peter Rose and the Looney Street, someone has taken over the whole parapet with a huge garden. So even if you see an oncoming car, you cannot shift there. That place is owned by one of the fiercest critics of the government. But yet, that lady has done that to the parapet. We highlighted that, and that parapet is still there, encumbered by a huge garden, and you cannot even walk on the parapet because the garden has taken over the parapet. So there's a lot of things we have highlighted that have remained stillborn, that have not been acted upon. When Dharam Kumar Siraj, the deputy chairman of GWI, used to co-host the program, we got things done because he would call the GWI people and say, look, ABC need to be fixed. That's the landline number, 231-2982, and that's my cell number, 614-5927. If you call me myself, it's not a smartphone, but it's working and the audio is high enough for you to hear, viewers to hear what is being said. So we have come to the end of 2024 in the context of the call-in program. This is the last program for 2024. Of course, the normal Freddie Kissoon show with the interviews continue on Monday. We do have a program on Monday. On New Year's Day, we do have a program. The show must go on. Like nurses, doctors, police, soldiers, the media do not have holidays. Well, speaking for myself. So there will be a program on Monday, there will be a program on New Year's Day, on Wednesday. The show must go on. So we got a couple of things to discuss. If the phone rings, then priorities to the phone. But a few things looking back at 2024 and the call-in programs. As I said before, I don't want to flatter myself. I don't know the extent to which the program has achieved what it set out to achieve, in which people were calling, highlight things, and things will be done. One of the failures of the call-in program, one of the success is Darren Kumar Siraj, but let's look at one of the failures. One of the failures of this program, abysmal failure of the Friday night call-in program, is the banking system. We have highlighted the banking system emphatically, volcanically, but the banks continue. There's something mysterious, something going on there. Why the powers that be do not want to intervene. We highlighted this year the finance minister saying, hey, every country subscribe to anti-money laundering law, and the banks don't treat customers in those countries the way they're treated here. But nothing has changed. So whereas we've had success with fixing people's problem with GWI, we have not been successful in changing the recalcitrant, horrible, nightmarish mistreatment of the working class people in this country by the commercial banks. I think the reality is the economy is so elevated the past 3 years that the commercial banks do not need small depositors. This is the fastest growing economy in the world. This country has left its sordid economic depression of 60 years ago. It's left it behind, and there is huge investments and an expanding economy. And the commercial banks say, listen, this is a new Guyana. We don't want those sugar cake lady come in and deposit 25,000 in the bank. She's a nuisance. We don't need that kind of depositors anymore. Guyana has changed. So they make it very, very hard for the sugar cake seller to open a bank account. She'll have to keep her money in her house and hope the robbers don't come and rob her and kill her. But that is my definitive conclusion. I believe the commercial banks have absolutely no use for small depositors. The people who deposit 5 million, 10 million, the mechanic, the plumber, the joiner, the carpenter, who get some work and they get a little, save up and have a little 5 million, they are not going to find a receptive attitude by the banks. Sadly enough, I don't think our government, the government of Guyana, has read the Riot Act to them. I think something is going on there. When the finance minister could say, why are they treating people like this? And they go on to treat people like that, working class people. Obviously, I think Forbes Burnham, Cheddy Jagan, Cuchello, Hubert Nathaniel, Cuchello, Walter Rodney, they all must be turning in their graves as to what the commercial banks are doing to working class people. Because whatever fault Burnham has, he's not a fan of mine, I'm not a fan of his. I will never be a fan of Burnham. But I don't think Burnham would have allowed the commercial banks to treat working class people like that. Cheddy Jagan would have intervened. And I am voting for Irfan Ali. I think he's going to leave a great legacy. I like him. I think he means well. I am not a Freudian analyst, but I read a little bit into the mind of Irfan Ali, and I think he will do good. And I believe Dr. Ali should confront the commercial banks when it comes to the mistreatment of lower income people. People with $10 million, the carpenter, the mechanic with $10 million should not keep those monies in their home. The bank should accommodate them. So that has been one of the failures of the Friday night call-in program. We haven't been able to change the attitude of the commercial banks. One of the things that you need to know, the president, the vice president, the head of the police force, they are far more accessible in this country than bank managers. Bank managers are a set of elites that do not mix with people, do not even shake the hands of their customers. The customers can't even speak to them. So I guess they think they're above society, so they're not going to intervene and talk to the sugar cake lady who has a tragic complaint about mistreatment. So, to get back to the success of this program, it cannot be measured. I don't know how successful we have been. I think we have been in some areas, and in other areas maybe we have not been. One of the features of our program is the bottled water, and we've had all kinds of guests here, and we continue with our bottled water. Some people email me and say, well, you can't have a glass of water. Well, we don't want to copy anybody's style. This is our style. We have a bottle of water, and whoever guests come, they drink from the bottle of water. So, Colin, this is our last program. If there are no calls because of the holiday season, I will run the hour. There's so much to discuss. We did call-in program when cricket was going on, and we did this program. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good night. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, sir, I'm sorry. I just want to commend the president of our country that he did a wonderful job for this year. And it will be a better year next year. Every year for him is going to be a better year always. And he's a very good president. We are very fortunate to have a president like this. You know, that works on all the hospitals, them along the whole country, the health centers. Everything that this guy is doing is wonderful. And hopefully next year, we give him another term, you know. And I wanna say a happy new year to you and the whole entire country. So they must have a prosperous new year.
A happy new year to you too. The next Friday program, we hope to hear from you.
This next thing, we don't want to send a greetings to David Arthur Granger also. He couldn't have done what he has done because he has been betrayed by his cabinet, all of them, So he did well. He did well. So that's it.
All right. Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello? Hello? Oh, we missed that call. Good. Our first caller wanted to wish the president a happy new year, and he thinks the president is doing very well. I think Irfan Ali is going to win the next election, and I think 20, 25, 40 years from now, he's going to be regarded as the best leader this country has produced. I really wish him well, and I hope he just stay there and steady the ship. As for the opposition, I think any sensible person would tell you a country needs an opposition. If a country doesn't have an opposition, you're giving the government a huge blank check. And no commonsensical person would accept that. But our opposition... Hello? 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 What's happening here? Good. So The numbers are on the screen there, the landline, and 614-5927. That's my number. So call and tell us what was your disappointments or what was the accomplishment of 2024. We'd like to hear how you view 2024. But before any more calls, there are a couple of things that we have to reflect on, that some of the contents of 2024. I want to start with the police officer that has been charged, Calvin Brutus. Mr. Brutus is alleged to have had over $800 million, and he has been charged with money laundering. But money laundering is a two-way street. This is how money laundering works. Johnny has a mechanic shop, a very popular mechanic shop. David is into drug trafficking and collecting money from selling drugs. David needs the money to go into the banking system. So David gives Johnny $20 million and tells Johnny, put this in your account for me. And Johnny puts it in his account, and the bank became suspicious, and the bank says to Johnny, you are laundering $20 million. Johnny is in fact... Good evening. Good evening. Yes, hello? 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 Don't know what's happening there. Robert, I hope my phone doesn't have a problem. Can you call it and let me see? Or it's the callers? Just call my phone, Robert, and let's see if it's the callers or my phone has a problem. Just, oh, it's their problem. It's doing okay. Oh, okay. My operator says it's not my phone. The callers call, but they didn't continue. So let's talk about money laundering. So David gave Johnny $20 million. The bank held up the money, say, you're just a car mechanic. Where you get $20 million from? So there are two persons involved in money laundering there. There is Johnny the mechanic, who is laundering money for David, who wants illegal money to get into the system. Now, if Brutus has been charged with alleged money laundering, where did that money come from? Who are the people that Brutus was laundering the money from? Now, I don't understand, and if any lawyers listening, please enlighten the viewers. Good evening. Good evening. Hello? Well, somebody's calling this number and not thinking, so I think I will have to block that number. Just bear up with me. Yeah. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah. Pleasant good evening.
Yes, sir, go on. Hello?
Am I on here?
Yes, you're on the air. Hello? I think that person is just Hello?
I just want to make a few points in relation with the situations in the country.
Can you speak up, sir?
Yes. Yeah, in as much as I would like to say President Ali is doing a great job. And
there's a lot of feet. It's not my phone. The operator tested the phone and it's working quite. It's the callers. Maybe they had too much to drink. It's the holiday season. But let's continue with our discussion. Feel free to call and interrupt me because the callers are given priority in the Friday night calling program. We have two lines, 614-5927. Good evening. Hello? Hello? It's a crazy night. Hello? It's a holiday night. Maybe people are still enjoying the holiday, still drinking, and they're calling in because the phones are just going crazy. Good evening. Yeah, let's continue our discussion. If we don't have any calls, I will hold the fort for an hour because there's so much to say. I was talking about some of the things that happened in 2024, and Calvin Brutus is in the news today. Soku has withdrawn the application to deny him bail. One of the things I don't understand about the Money Laundering Act is why only Brutus is charged. If Johnny is laundering money for David, shouldn't David be charged under the Act too? So Brutus is alleged to have hundreds of millions of dollars in the banking system, and only Brutus has been charged. That something is wrong there. It has been. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm on the calling phone.
Yes, sir. Everybody's hearing you.
My contribution is about this election. These people will get charged. What become of the case? Nobody ain't doing nothing with the case. I keep postponing.
Well,
small men getting harassed.
Yeah, even
look at Brutus thing. That is like a joke to the country.
Why is that so?
Because as magistrate could give the wife clearance for go travel overseas, I would there's a charge. Like there is, look at these things I want in the what they call it, the police force and them thing they say. Like it don't make sense to people.
Well, you know,
if small men them we get a little problem, they will charge and put them in front of the court quick, charge them, put them on so much bail, and if you want to do $1 million problem, then I get really.
Yeah. I saw some people got charged for financial fraud at Balwant Singh Hospital. They put one of the person on 500,000 bail. One of the lady was able to realize to get that bail money. Yeah, I know what you mean. In my whole life, I've seen that in my country. The small person always suffer the worst. I live on the railway embankment, and every day passing the old Atlantic Highway, there are policemen stopping people going to work, stopping them.
Yes.
And yet, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, even last night, but 50 guys riding motorcycle, dancing all over the railway embankment, and there are no police. But thanks for calling. Let me take this call. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes?
I want to invite you for a puja next week.
Hello?
Yes, go on, sir.
Hi, good night, Mr. Kissoon. Season greetings to you and yours.
Yeah.
Pertaining to the question you asked about the money laundering, okay?
Yeah.
I could testify to what you're saying here. This individual, I'm not going to call name, has a network for the past 20 years with these minibus we call the hot bed buses, $10,000 for a day. I had several encounters with the individual, okay? Now, they have cameras here, there, and everywhere, but you check the amount of buses, especially in bank, all right? The hard-placed buses, $10,000 for a bus on a day, and he's not the only one. I can tell you because I said I have several encounters, but I'm a no-nonsense person. I happen to know the law, take the fight the way that it needs to. Second thing, now, not only you support the president and he's doing a fantastic job or what have you, but both government and opposition saying it for that. When they brought this guy, Mr. Patterson, for the election commissioner, it was wrong, right? They went to the court, the opposition, and they won it. Now, a man that is retired over 2 years now, and you extend time of making commissioner, where are we going? Mr. Kissoon, tell me where we going. Thank you. I'd like to hear your comment on that.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good. So we have two numbers on the landline is working back. It wasn't working last week. And you have my cell phone, 614-5927. So let's look at some of the things that happened in 2024. We were looking at the Calvin Brutus thing. Money laundering is a two-way. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah. The police.
Yeah.
Well, that's the number one thing right now in the country. Police. Because them is the people. I'm not saying all. Them is the people. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Yes. Them is the people who create a lot of things. When you sit down and see the police are pick and choose people who don't allow to make money. That is what they're doing. You come down to Skellen here and you see what's going on in Springland police station. What police do?
Yeah.
Come and see. These people, them, now lack of people who are licensed, who not get number plate for them motorbike. Don't let them in trouble because they know them are what kind of people, what they're dealing with. So all of it is the same boat. So them are look for the ordinary people and look to lock them up. So if when the police people are right without helmet, they don't lock them up. Right now, let me tell you, honest with you, for everything become a drug sport. How the government listen, Corriverton is the most drug sport right now. Nobody doing nothing. The police do everything. They ain't doing nothing. All the little 12, 14 years by now, buy motorbike can get them by it, and I'm buy fresh and thing. That is what's going on. But who you go tell? That's the problem. Who are you going to tell? You tell the government they play a blind eye and looking for vote. All the politicians looking for vote. Who can win and who want power? They make it with the people. The word that the man said with the low class, and you said just now the low class who feels in the blows, that's truth. That's absolutely truth. When you little buy the whole up, they want your bread. You believe them they buy money pay get hold up for pay government? No, little boys, all the little boys them get caught. And the big boys and the police up to date. They're very much up to date. Let me tell you something. When government come down here, police very strict. And when government come down here, they don't even care if they're dead. Then people don't care nothing. Let me tell you. You know, I call for the show many times. I tell you, these people are undermining this government. Police are undermining this government heavy. If they don't know, at least 70% police are undermining this government. I'm not saying they are good one in the police force. And forcing them money. If you know money can't pay you, don't work. Don't work if money can't pay you. When you're going in a job that you can't pay you. Yeah, you see the amount of corruption for money? Watch, 100,000 get out. Corruption all over the place. Human delicate. I think if an alumni big mistake, I'm telling you, Guyanese is not easy people and I got discipline and money there. I bet you if tomorrow morning, if an alumni say one calf, nobody never for him. Nobody never for him. But money. People in the key, Guyanese got no discipline. They have no discipline. And what if an alumni do that? He only starts in a nest. He starts in a nest. Believe me, tell you. And the nest that he starts, he can't finish it. You believe me, tell you. You don't do things to please people in these days. Remember, we are living in prophecy time. This is prophecy time. Wars never come. No matter how much money you give people, they will still do the same thing. Watch what they really do. The man is trying his best. Watch what bar tax they get. Up to today, to obsolete in Western Union. She said, old government only giving 100,000 to do. Now you have to tell you where you collect it for. So she don't want it. She don't want to say, I'm grateful. Just to tell you. They harass you with everybody. That is human. You know, you don't know me much. But let me tell you, Mr. Ferry, money is important for me. Humanity. We can't live with humanity, and it will never happen. It will never happen. I think the biggest mistake in this world, what human ever do is for money and material things. That's the biggest thing. I feel I should stop all them things that we can't stop. We don't get far. You check, we are not getting modernized, we are getting stupid. So you can think about it. Every day you would on the television and talk about police, you would talk about I would never change.
All right. Thanks for coming through. Let's take this call here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Right. Hello?
Good night.
Yeah. Yes. Good evening.
Season greetings to you.
Yeah. Same to you, man.
All right, quickly. I was just listening to the guy speaking about the president trying to please people and things like that with 100,000.
Yeah.
And he's taking enhancements. And I do believe so. Because next year or the other year, they will be looking forward to something more than that 100,000 because they didn't even get it yet and they start criticizing it. And I was thinking, they're building the bridge over the Mara River, so what about the bridge to Esequibo? Come on, man, those people down there, they're punishing. Trust me, they're punished when it comes to transportation. The ferry is working, but it can't take up the amount of people that want to travel with their vehicles. I know you got your kids and so on. You want to go with your vehicle, you want to be in that comfort. And I know we could do it. So I just hope somewhere down in the line, in the pipeline.
But if they're gonna connect Region 2 to Region 3 with a bridge, where is that bridge going to go? I'm not an engineer, so I don't know.
It's simple. They just have to bridge two islands, Wakenham and Leg 1. Right?
And
so Wakenham Island will come over to Esequibo, right? And the back of Leg 1 and Wakenham is very close.
Yeah.
A couple hundred feet across.
Yeah, so I heard that. But I think
the other one from Leg 1 to Parika. I just hope you can pass on.
I think I heard something in the pipeline about that, I think I read that somewhere.
Tell me about it. I traveled to Esequibo a lot, and when people want to come to town, want to be a part, look at it, that thing that have the main street line, the main street.
Yeah, I know. Guyana is so large. Yeah, you need to bridge. I remember.
I know we have the resources. We can do it. And also, it will bring so much development to those islands. Wakenham and Leg 1. You know how much people would
my wife, I have youth sentiments to Wakenham. That's where my wife has her roots. Her parents came from there. She spent.
I have close alignment at Esequibo also. So I just hope that you can get the message, man.
I don't know if this I don't know how successful I don't know how successful these calling programs are. If whoever should.
But I know you got the president direct number. You can get this message as fast as possible.
Yeah,
so just get the conversation started with him. Just let him know people out there we need it. And trust me, I'm sure a lot of people will support me in this. And people need to be connected. Really, really. The people in Esequibo, they're very contented people, right? They've been living, they've been quietly doing their things. Esequibo have been actually maintaining themselves, a very peaceful region and everything like that. But, we see all these things going on in Georgetown, West Coast. We need to be a part of it. It's about time now. I think so.
Well, I think historically, rural people have been at a disadvantage. Of course, that's so throughout the world. The rural folks in the U.S., the rural folks in Africa, they are more at a disadvantage than urban people. Urban people is where the urban section of a country is where the development takes place. The priorities are there. So I agree. It's time. One of the things.
Another quick question.
Yeah.
The 100,000 per person. What's the total amount of money that it will cost?
I think it's about between 65 and 70 billion. I think so.
And what's the cost of the Demerara Harbour Bridge?
I don't know. It got to be more than that. I don't know.
Okay. But I just think that's good. They could do it in parts. They could do it in parts. Just as I said. Like one to Paris, somewhere around that area. And the one from like one to Wickenham is a very small project. And then the other major one will be from Wickenham to Essequibo. Sometime, man. I hope you can just get a message for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay, sure. Hope to hear from you again. Bye-bye.
Right.
Hello? Hello?
Good evening. Season's greetings from Canada, Freddie.
Yeah, same to you, man.
All right, I've got a quick, I may get roasted for saying this, but I think what the president should have done was give a Honda generator for every household. What he would have done was assist with blackouts and a whole bunch of stuff. The 100,000 gonna go, most of it gonna go into entertainment. Right? A generator is very, very useful. What's your thoughts on that, sir?
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Take care.
Right, okay, bye-bye.
Okay.
Well, you get all kinds of suggestions from this calling program. The last caller suggested that instead of giving $100,000 to Hello?
Good evening to you, Freddie.
Good evening. Yeah.
Yeah, and the entire population. I would want to say,
Yeah? Hello?
congratulations on you on your academia and your portfolio, your show. It has been very entertaining and one that has been great for the diaspora, Guyanese, and as well as very informative.
Okay. Right, well, thanks for coming through.
And I want to congratulate you and continue doing your hard work.
Yeah, okay, well, thanks very much. These sentiments are appreciated. And you take care and have a nice all year's night with your family.
Your family. God bless. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good, the show continues. We have two lines. The landline is working, 231-2982 and 614-5927. That's my...
Yeah, Mr. Kissoon.
Yeah.
You listening me now?
Yes.
I got calling about the generators and all kinds. You know, we got an exposure powering up the whole place. We got blackout no more. All right. Number two, they're talking with Mr. Boothus. Mr. Boothus, the charges and things, right? But what you're saying is right. It's not Mr. Boothus alone. Do this.
Yeah, he laundering somebody money.
Listen, my sign. If you tell me that
Allegedly laundering, sorry.
Listen, my sign. Allege that he get this money from contracts and this and thing. Why he don't produce statement, yearly statement, and give it to the court? Well, I do this contract, I pay this GRA, I pay NIS for certain amount of people, I pay this because we see, and what somebody was talking just now, two people from Balwan Singh Hospital,
and they put the people on $500,000.
Yeah, one of them got $500. I think some of these magistrates.
Listen, my son, some of the magistrates them doing the own thing because and these people here now, Brutus down but $50,000 bail or $75,000 bail for each of each charges, and these people now get $500,000 bail. Them thing can't be right, and you know it can't be right. So what happened to all of these public places where people misusing the office and doing all kind of stupidness and this all like the REOs, the superintendent of works and all of these were destroying the government money. Some of them ain't even doing work and getting money. Yeah, so I mean going and trying to check and get back money and all kind of thing. There's a lot of corruption. Listen what I'm saying. I like the government, but it's problem. I don't know if they're going in back power. Bro. I know I like them, but I don't know. Because with them stupidness were going on, enough people like it. That's my take.
Okay. Right. Bye-bye. Good. There are a couple of things that we were talking about, and the phone rings, so you have to give the phone priority. But I will conclude with the Calvin Brutus case, in which I finally he got, well, that came out in public, that he got a gift of $10 or $11 million from a businessman. I wonder what. Is that a normal friendship between Mr. Brutus and the businessman? For a businessman to give someone at his wedding $10 million, that have to be a very, 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 very large, enduring friendship. I think rich people give each other because the wealthy is an incestuous club in every country. And the wealthy make sure their offspring marry other wealthy offspring. So you could understand within the wealthy incestuous club, they're giving gifts of $10 million when their offspring get married. But in this case, a policeman earning about $500,000 a month, and he has a business friend who gave him $10 million a gift. Normally, when a businessman gives you a gift for $10 million, it's his fellow wealthy colleague. The wealthy businessman will give a $10 million gift to his friend's child who's getting married. But to give an ordinary police officer $10 million, it has to be a very close, enduring friendship. But the first year sociology student at any university would tell you, if a businessman could give a police officer a gift of $10 million, what kind of friendship is that? Is that who is getting more from the friendship for a deputy commissioner of police to get a $10 million wedding gift? The sociologist, the first year sociology student would tell you, is that a straightforward friendship? I don't know. I don't want to accuse Mr. Brutus of anything. He has not been found guilty, and all the charges are alleged. So, but I think it's fair comment, and any judge or lawyer would tell you it's fair comment when it has been publicly revealed that a businessman gave a police officer for his wedding gift $10 million. I married at the post office, and I don't think I got any gift. I don't know if I remarry my same wife, if I will get any gifts from. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Freddie. Hello?
Yes, sir. Everybody's listening to you. Go on.
Yeah, concern with the person called with the police. The police, them glad when a man gets an accident, you know.
How is that?
If you and the person settle outside and not go to court, and you say you're going to repair the man's vehicle, or he's going to repair you one, and you, everybody repair. Now we have to settle with them too. If 10 of them come at the accident, at 10 of them have to give money, I give all the money. Understand? Our next thing, road accident. The government will look into this. The road marking is very important in the night, especially in the corner. That white line.
Yeah, but stop there.
Some people when they were driving.
Stop right there.
Right?
Stop right there.
Hold the corner.
Stop right there. Stop right there. That white line is important to me when I'm driving in Carifest Avenue. If that white line is removed, I would agitate for it to be repainted right away. Those white lines are important. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Go ahead.
And the next thing, one more thing. As a fast-growing country, we need to stop tree cat on this road. You know why? Most of the tree cat own more than one horse. Right? They must lose the horse.
Yeah? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the tree cat own more than one horse, right? They must lose them horses in the night, they never pass for them. The horses are company road. They get licked down. Right? So, we think that the government should stop this half on the road. Let everybody buy a canter. You make a lot of road now. Canter can go in all the road and drop people things.
Well, in one of these calling programs are now, we're now going into 2 years. I did say that I wish the government would put aside some money and do a enumeration exercise. All those people who have horse-drawn vehicle, give them a loan at very, very low interest rate and let them buy a canter, because the days of horse cart and donkey carts, that's cruelty to animal, man, to have those horses. That's my concern.
Coming from Joshua, I see one of the horses get licked down right by College in Town.
Oh my goodness.
Then they come a little bit more by and more kind of one horse that swell up at the little piles jerks. A big donkey swell up on their candidates.
That's cruelty to animals. We need to get rid of animal-drawn vehicles.
Yes, thank you, Uncle Freddie.
Yes, okay. Bye-bye. Good. We're finished with the Calvin Bootis thing. I did, in case you join us, I was trying to attempt an analysis of whether our calling programs have been successful for 2024, because we don't know. One of the things I do know is when Dharam Kumar Siraj co-hosts the program with me, he was the deputy chairman for GWI. He did help a lot of people. They call in, they can't get water, and he took their name down and he worked in it. I don't know how successful other aspects of these calling programs have been. There is no way to tell that. I just wish in your heart that the plethora of complaints have been, have met with a receptive ear, and people have, got some kind of satisfaction. But there's no way to gauge that. But we will continue with the calling program next Friday, and until the Freddie Kissoon show comes to an end, because it gives people an outlet to express their grievances, their emotions, their feelings, and also to highlight things that Guyanese in and out of Guyana and whoever's listening to the program who's non-Guyanese need to know. There are many things that you see in this place that need to be highlighted. And one of them I see every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings with my own eyes. And I saw it yesterday. And in this holiday season, it's going to happen outside in Movie Town parking lot, and just outside Movie Town parking lot. They are young men with motorcycles, no helmet. They have modified their exhaust and they make a lot of noise. They will do that after the holiday when school begins and students are studying. I have said it. I wrote an article on the 26th of November 2024, one of my Chronicle articles, and I said, we don't have wilderness highways in Guyana. When I mean wilderness highways, I mean those highways where for miles and miles and miles you see no one. And so you can accelerate if you're on a motorbike. We don't have highways in this country. We have some broad roads like the East Bank Road, the East Coast, the West Demerara. We call them highways, and maybe they are highways in a restricted sense. But those are not. Good evening. Hello?
I want to make 2 points I want to make. When these bandits now go and snatch people things and they get shot, why the police locking up these security guards? If a man snatch somebody thing and he gone up the road and he gone with the people treasure and the people run behind he start here killing, you got to take a statement from this body. It's a take a statement and gonna bury man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know you're there snatching people thing, you apply this, you apply it. The trade is very dangerous. You know thieving. You know this thieving. Thief is very dangerous. You're snatching the people thing, you get problem. Your thing. They got a problem in Bobby's where thing. I know if they lose him here, they should lose him man. You tell me you young, you want to work. When you done your family them now saying you should get justice. They want job. We want justice for this boy. The boy got applied trade. He wasn't lucky on the day. He wasn't lucky on the same day. He was bad lucky for go away with the man goal. So you can't have things. There's no thing, man.
Okay, thanks for coming through. Right. We don't accept calls with unknown number. There's someone trying to call all the time with an unknown number. That is a disaster for us, and we will avoid it. Someone calling an unknown number can say something very nasty, very libelous, and it's recorded, and this program is looked at days, weeks, months after. So that thing, so please, the person with the unknown number, please don't call. Hello?
I would like to endorse that last caller in connection with why the police have to charge a public-spirited citizen or a businessman that would have shot or shoot and kill a bandit. I understand investigations are necessary because people can just take a gun and shoot people. But in the case where that teenager was shot, there was no necessity of an investigation because it was a clear case of the man stepping up to rescue someone that was being robbed.
Yeah.
Are you in agreement with me or no?
I need to analyze it. I don't want to rush off of my head and say, yes, he's right, yes, he's wrong. These things, you need to put your analytical mind to it. But I take your point.
But we also know that most of the times a bandit is being shot. He's always being painted with this glorified picture that he was a good boy and he was this and he was that. And, you know, it's a sad thing that it's coming more from a section of society. I don't want to sound like a racist, but it is coming from a certain section of society when a bandit is being shot. And, you know, it needs to be condemned in all angles and all culture when someone is stealing and they're using that as a career, being a career criminal. In connection with the Calvin Brutus thing, I picked up your program a little late because I'm watching the India-Australia match. I saw a certain magistrate give back Calvin's wife a passport. It disgusted me, and I saw Mr. Brutus was trying to leave the jurisdiction.
Well, that needs that needs to be corrected. He gave an explanation which the Soku, who was asking for his bail revocation, accepted. He did ask permission to go to Lethem. That's where his father lives. And there is a paper trail to show that he did indicate to the police that he is going to Lethem.
But we all know if the intelligence did not pick up that, he would have been out of the country.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. I don't think he was intercepted trying to leave the country. I think he was noticed, or it was observed that he was in Lethem, but he did inform the police, and Soku accepted his explanation, so they withdraw the application to deny him bail.
And in connection with his wife leaving the jurisdiction, even though she was ordered not to travel.
Well, that she got permission from the magistrate over pregnancy treatment. Okay, but concerning him, it wasn't a flight risk. It turned out that he offered an explanation to Soku, and they withdrawn the writ against him. He did ask permission to visit his father in Lethem.
And if he had jumped jurisdiction and nobody would have known, what would have been?
Well, one cannot put an interpretation to that. It hasn't happened. Remember, if it's a lot of things. If Walter Rodney didn't die, if Chetty Jagan didn't die in 97, if John F. Kennedy wasn't shot.
If we didn't have video to show that Granger didn't declare that he won the elections, we would not find a way to condemn him to, right?
So if is always a difficult terrain to walk on.
The man is so shameless. He said he never declared that he won the elections and dressed up 3 times to go swear it. God bless Guyana. God bless the world. Thank you very much. Good night now.
Okay, man. Okay. Yeah, the phone rang. I was saying something when the phone rang. We have about 10 calls. I don't know if it's from the same person, but the number is listed as unknown. We do not accept unknown calls. We have the registered number of people who call, both on the landline and the cell phone. So if there's any security breach or anything, we forward that number to the police. If there is, but we don't accept unknown calls. So please, that person, please don't call. Good evening.
Mr. Ferry?
Yeah.
I forget to say something. Hello?
Yes, sir. Everybody's listening to you.
We should make holidays for who don't want to work and who want to leave. It should be holidays for them.
Okay, sir.
It's become a tradition for those people.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, bye. What? Did you hear what that caller said? I mean, different strokes for different folks. So, I got cut again. Please, the person who's trying to get through with an anonymous number, please do not call again. We don't know if it's someone that intend to make mischief. You answer the phone and they say something horrible about an important official, and this program is being taped by people. It's on YouTube, it's on Facebook, so you can get it, and that libelous thing gets into the public domain. The person who's calling may have a legitimate grievance, but we can't take that risk. Please, that person who's calling with an unknown number, please do not call again. That's the policy from day one in this program. We do not accept calls in which we can't see the number. If that person calls and threatens someone, we can give the number to the police. You can't call and threaten people. But an anonymous caller can call, and we don't know if it's a Digicel number, if it's a GT&T number. We don't have the number. So that person have been calling, and I keep cutting them off. Thankfully, they're not calling again. Do not call with an anonymous number. That's a recipe for disaster. Next thing you call and say something very, very dirty, nasty, fictional about a very sacred person or a very, respected and respectable person, and you want to get to them and you say something. Remember, there's social media is full of that. You want to say something about, you want to damage someone, you just... Good evening. Hello? 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 Right, there's some of the things that I want to discuss in 2024. Right, so you have these, I saw this thing last night with my own two eyes. There were about 40, not 20, at least about 30. 40 may be an exaggeration, but between 20 and 30. Good evening. Yes, please turn down your volume of your TV or your smartphone.
TV turn down now. You listen?
Yes, I'm listening.
Like how we got a problem with Venezuela, I want you to give your view on this. We got the problem with Venezuela. And Mr. Maduro making, he lost the election in 2018, he lost the election, but Bolivia, China and Russia tell he don't left the country, that back is in 2018. I don't know if you know that. Then he lost. Anyway, I see now they said that he making some kind of bridge at Essequibo there. Why we don't bring in the Americans to help the these people? What do you feel with it? Is a right decision?
Okay, I will think about it.
But because if now this man bullying me, this man lose the election twice, and this man bullying me. Yeah, so I mean, and because I know when Donald Trump goes, that Trump got discipline here. Donald Trump got discipline. I say let the Americans come and help you, let they set up some base or something there, man.
All right.
Let they set up some, now this meeting for the
okay.
Man to bully we. We don't get this thing over 100 and something years, we don't settle this matter. And he feel that he could come and bully me. Let the Americans go there. We can get more benefit from there. That's my take, man.
All right, good man. Well, Venezuela, Guyana belongs to us, so don't worry. Yeah, I was telling you what I saw last night. I saw this thing. It seems this thing happens every weekend by outside a movie town and sometimes inside the parking lot movie town. I saw about 20 to 25 men on motorcycles, of which 90% of them didn't have helmets on. And these guys are zigzagging on the railway embankment with modified exhaust. And they passed my home, which is opposite movie town, and gone east on the railway embankment. And this thing goes on every weekend. And the next day, you travel on the Atlantic Highway, what is called the Rupert Craig Highway, and you have about 4 policemen stopping people, stopping motorcycles without helmet. So what happens in the night, Friday, Saturday and Sunday night? This program finishes at 10 o'clock. And when I leave and go home, around 11:30 in the evening, these guys come out. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Freddie.
Yeah.
I want to invite you to a puja.
You want to invite me to a puja? Okay, sir. Anything else? There are all kinds of people you meet in this world. Hello, Mr. Kissoon. I'd like to invite you to a puja. What? You expect all kinds of things in this calling program. You know, when I was very young, I witnessed something, and that is left with me, and will remain with me. Somebody, I think it was in a bakery. I can't remember. I know I was about 10 or 12 years, and a guy was, I think he pushed the line or whatever. I think it was in a bakery, Harley Quinn Bakery. I can't remember. And one of the onlookers said to him, "You have children?" And he didn't understand what the man was saying. When the man was saying, "The way you are, let's hope your children do not come up in your tradition." So when I heard the man say, "Mr. Kissoon, I'd like to invite you to a puja," I don't know what he means. I hope he isn't desecrating the sacred Hindu practice of puja or what, but I don't know what he means. Obviously, I don't know what interpretation to put it, but I hope if he has children, his children doesn't behave like him. Mr. Kissoon, I'd like to invite you to a puja. I have his number here. But I guess we're gonna let it slide. But you meet all kinds of people in this world. Time is going, so let's get on with the calls. 231-2982, and my cell phone is 614-5927. My email address is quite simple. Instead of Freddie, it's fredkissoon@yahoo.com. So you can send me an email. So let's continue and looking at 2024. Operator, the monitor is out. Can you fix the monitor, please? Good. So let's look at some of the things of 2024. As I said before, for the whole of 2024, these people at just a minute. I've got a message here, but anyway, just bear up with me. I've got an important message here. I just need to read it and reply to it. So just please, viewers, just bear up with me. This is very important from somebody very important to me. So I just need to do this. I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but it's important because it's an important call. Good. Now, just let me tell the operator that the monitor is gone. Hello. Good. So the operator has fixed the monitor. Thanks, Robert. So call in and let's talk about anything you want to talk about. 231-2982-614-5927. Call in and let's talk. Well, in the meantime, I am looking back at 2024 and some of the things that I think we need to discuss. We need to, well, not we, but Guyanese need to discuss and need to talk about. Well, let's take this call. Hello, good evening. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. You're on the air. Go on.
Hello.
Yes, you're on the. Yes, you're on the air. Everyone's listening to you.
Yeah, but I'm live with him. I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, go on. Make your point, sir.
Hi, Freddie.
Yes, sir.
Freddie, I'm one of your students from
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah.
And, I'm so happy that you're doing good things with this. What happened there, you tell people exactly what is straight and what is not straight. And my name happened to be Lawrence Williams.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Williams. Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, and it's so good. I'm listening to your program and you're doing something good. And it is great that you let people be enlightened about whatever you're doing. You're there maybe over 40 years in this field of life, journalism as well as tuition.
Okay, thanks.
And to be to be a person, to be a student of you, I'm so happy that you take great strides to let everybody in the country.
I don't like. I feel uncomfortable with people flattering me. So let's bring this conversation to an end. But thanks for calling. Is there any?
I will ensure I support you all the time.
Okay. Is there any other thing you want to say?
Yes, I want to say you continue your business.
Okay. Thanks.
Like that.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye. I'm getting some important messages that I need to sorry about that, but I need to just good. Back to normal. The numbers are on the screen. Time is going. 231-2982-614-5927. I would like to offer my wholehearted appreciation to all of those people that have called in this program when we started it in 2023, the Friday evening call-in program. You know what they say? Without you, the program would not be possible. We'd like to thank you for calling in and keeping the Friday call-in program alive. Thank you very much. The program will go on next Friday and the next Friday until maybe something happens and we don't have the Freddie Kissoon show again. We will continue twice a week with our guests, and we have some interesting guests coming up, and we will continue with our Friday call-in program. So if I don't hear from you for the remaining minutes, I will chat with you and discuss things with you. Now let me see. I've covered 2 things in 2024. Well, 3. I did say if you join us late, I think this program has been a failure in one context, getting the banks to change their attitude to small people, small income people. I don't think all that we've said on this program, and Leonard Craig has joined it and we've said the banks haven't changed. We spoke about Calvin Brutus and alleged money laundering. A businessman gave Mr. Brutus $10 million as a wedding gift. One would like to know what's the relationship between that businessman and Mr. Brutus. Now, I'm not at liberty to call the businessman name because the next thing you know, you get a libel. It is what's publicized that he got a $10 million a gift, but the businessman was named. I don't want to call the businessman name, and then the businessman said, I never give Brutus any Christmas gift. Why are you calling my name? So let's hope the name will come out in court. The other thing we discussed was the what goes on at Movie Town every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's disturbing to people. Now you have a particular person who has modified his car engine, and that thing makes excruciating noise, and this man goes up and down the railway embankment, circle in the Rupert Craig Highway, come back to the railway embankment, and that thing is disturbing people. Good evening.
Mr. Kissoon.
Yeah?
No, they catch my friend in Canada with 400 and something thousand Canadian dollars. And you know what they do with him? They put him in jail for 6 months. And he couldn't give no account we get this money from. And you know the government confiscate this money. So if Mr. Brutus, they catch Mr. Brutus with all this money, they have to confiscate this money. And it have to go back to into the suku after thing, and it have to go back into the treasury. You know, you can't give a account where you get this money from. Yeah, so I mean, it has to go back to the treasury, it has to go back to the government.
But you can't speak like that as yet. Mr. Brutus has not been convicted.
He's not, listen what I'm saying.
Allegations.
Listen what I'm saying. This thing ain't got to do with that. Listen what I'm telling you. If you get this man with all this money, this man ain't got no accountability. This man ain't got thing. Where you get this money? Where you get this 800 million? Where you get this money from? You have to give account for this money. If you can't tell me where you get this money from, no matter how the court step you're jumping up and you jumping up, you will go to Canada and America and see how they the streets these criminals. You don't check when they got you, they got you. They don't lose you out of jail with them type of money. They got you 2-3 years, they don't lose you out of there without charge though. Without charge. You got to and every other day they just come and they just give investigator or the people who are interrogating you. Every day they just come to you. It used to happen the same Suriname too. They got different law. When they catch you with this money, you can't give no time. Then they take your money and send you away. So don't put everybody with this liar thing and the liar is for the small people don't get liar because they don't have money to pay liar. The big people just get liar. I like the $1 million case, you don't get enough liar. But the small people don't get liar. I like when you catch you with all this money, where you get this money from? Where you get this? You sell drugs, you do this. America, they confiscate the money and they throw you away. You go back to your country. All right.
Okay. Good. Time is going. Please call in and let's know what is on your mind. Our call-in program for 2024 has ended. This is the last of the call-in program for 2024. We'd like to thank you for subscribing to the program. We'd like to thank you for taking your time and calling in. There have been some very outlandish calls. Some people in the contents are not logical, but the majority of the callers are very logical, sane, normal people with interesting complaints, interesting highlights, and interesting things about what they have to say. But of course, you always find, that's life. You're always going to find the oddball. You're always going to find people saying some strange things. I mean, not everyone in the world is a happy person. There are people who are depressed. There are people who just want to mouth off without thinking. That's life. It, as they say, it comes with the territory. A man just called. I said, I'd like to invite you to a puja. I don't know. Didn't tell me the address, his name, and what's the puja about. But that's how people use the radio, precious radio time to talk inexplicable things or strange things. I want to use some strong adjectives, but I'm not going to do that. So, 231-2982-614-5927. Our time is going. So, let me continue with some of the things that in 2024, I write a daily column so I could reflect on some of the things I wrote in my column that have not been, but maybe the viewers have not seen. Now, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Am I on to this, Freddie Kissoon?
Yes, madam. Everybody is listening to you. So go ahead.
I am living in Section D, Numpra, and there's a guy selling fuel, diesel or something for trucks. And these trucks have been coming in here for like about 30 to 40 per day.
30 to 40 per day?
Yeah, per day.
So he's making a lot of money there.
So I don't know who to turn to, or because one, it's breaking up the road. It's sad to know that the main road these trucks are using, and it's breaking up the main street, I should say, coming in to Section D, Numpra. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, I hope the Ministry of Public Works, Bishop Edghill was on the program, and Minister Deodat Indar, and they did say that these big trucks should not be going on the access roads in these villages or what have you, because they're breaking it up. Now, if, I don't know if the lady numbers are accurate, if a man is selling diesel and gasoline and 40 trucks go a day there, how much gasoline he's selling? 40 trucks a day? That's about 20 times the amount of gasoline my car holds. So I don't know if she's exaggerating, but for someone to be selling gasoline and diesel and 40 trucks going, that's a gas station by itself. Is there any gas station in Guyana in which one gas station gets about 40 trucks a day? I can't see how that is possible in an ordinary sole trader selling gasoline and diesel, and he's filling up 40 trucks a day. But anyway, she said the trucks are breaking up the road, and I hope the authorities take a look at that. Now, while we're waiting for calls, let me keep your company and tell you about, reflect on some of the things I've written in my daily column in the Chronicle. I did mention tonight about a person was put on $500,000 bail for a charge at Balwant Singh Hospital. And I did say on this program that we've had about 8 new magistrates, but it's the same old thing. Remember the French have a saying, the more things change, the more they remain the same. Bail should not be denied if 2 circumstances are not present: flight risk or tampering with witnesses. Bail should not be prohibitive to the extent that you actually denied bail. When a laborer is charged with stealing from his employer, how are you going to put him on $500,000 bail? It just doesn't make sense. And so when I heard the 8 magistrates were sworn in, I hope we will leave that era behind. The era of about 15 years ago, about 10 years ago, where some of our magistrates just should not have been on the bench. And last week, I made the point that We're the only Caribbean country in which the central jail was burned down to the ground. And the Commission of Inquiry, in the Commission of Inquiry, was said that there are too many people on remand. And the reason why they're on remand because bail is denied and maybe the bail is excessive. Let me tell you what happened when Kwame McCoy was charged with 2 others for throwing a miasmic substance on me. The magistrate asked me for my opinion on bail, and I said no, bail should not be refused. I think bail is an entitlement, and when I went, Glenn Lal and a whole set of people at the Kaichon, you saying you stupid, you should have asked the magistrate to deny them bail. But no, that was my principal position. I can't be fighting for bail to be granted to other people, and in my case, I want bail to be denied. And so I told the magistrate that I was not opposing bail for Kwame McCoy and the other persons who were charged with assaulting me. So the same old story goes on. You have 8 new magistrates sworn in, and the jail is being filled up with remand prisoners or people who are on remand. I can't understand what goes through the head of someone trained in law and an accused. When you're trained in law, you learn all these things, that people are innocent until proven guilty. And these magistrates just like to put high bail or deny people bail. Some of them, I think, have gone. Chief Magistrate McLennan is gone from the bench. I'm not a believer, but I'll say thank God. But now we have some new magistrates coming in. And I think one of them is the person who put the lady on $500,000 bail. You know the saying, the more things, the French say, the more things change, the more they remain the same. You get 8 new magistrates and it's the same thing over and over. Over and over again. It's a cycle, and it brings into question our country, and we are climbing further heights. We are going higher and higher in terms of the elevation of our economy, and that has implications for the standard of living. The university now is free. There's massive employment in Guyana, and it is said by 2028 we'll be having a deluge of our money, which I believe will be spent to help this country. I say definitively and unambiguously, I think President Ali is going to spend our money in a way that will benefit the country. And having said all of that, you wonder if some things in Guyana are ever going to change. You wonder if the police are ever going to change. Noise nuisance is a cancerous thing. I live next to... Good evening.
A very good evening to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I wanted to, I know this is closing at the end of the year, but I wanted to give him kudos and, congratulations and to some ministers that did well in the government. First thing I would want to start with is Dr. Frank Anthony. I know many things happen, but to me that the ministry have a better healthcare system in the country. For agriculture, a very good agriculture program, very good. Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, very good. Some other ministers did well in the for the year, and I wanted to say thanks even to Mr. Hedges, the public works. I know he get a lot of criticism, condemned, but he did a lot, and I need to see more. I need to see more done for our country. I really interested with what's going on, but there is something more that I wanted to say, even though that I support these guys. I wanted to see more persons in the diaspora come back to my country, come back to this country, to see, to live, and to develop this country. I know in the past, I don't want to stay too long, there are many persons left this country. When I mean left.
Yeah, make your point. Make your point, sir. We got 2 minutes more, so you got time.
Yeah. Many persons left this country because of financing, because of, and I'm looking in terms of, I know that there, you persons might not agree with me, but I look from the part of culture. When I mean culture, we have our republic status is coming up. To me, republic in our country is the main independence that we had in this country. Instead of independence, and then we got republic. I look at our culture that many designers left this country as.
Yeah? Hello? Hello? Well, that's not our phone. He got cut off. So that we can take one more call. Our operator has signaled our time has come. Time really flies when you look at it. We don't really realize it, but time is just fleeting. Time has come. I just came in here and I chatted and I listened to some callers, but next thing you know, our time has come. So I normally do this. I normally count 1 to 10, and if there is no call, we terminate the program because we are just a couple of seconds over time. Our operators, but this has to be the last call. Good evening.
Mr. Freddie, you will come to Puja?
Pardon me?
You will come to Puja?
If I will go to Puja?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
You meet all kinds of people in this world. I don't know. I will go to his puja, and I will also extend an invitation to him. I will get the Georgetown Hospital to give him Good. We've got our time has come. So I'm going to count from 1 to 10, and if there are no other calls, then we got to go. Our operators are watching at me through the window. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our final program, our final call-in program for 2024 has come to an end. It's been a nice journey in 2024. I've learned a lot, even though I'm in advanced age. You keep learning. I've learned a lot from this program. I've seen different aspects of people's personalities, some hilarious, some sad because of the way their mind works, and some very good people with good suggestions for their country and suggestions about life in general. But that's it. 2024 for the call-in program has passed. We will see you on Monday with our guest. We will see you on Wednesday with our guest. And next Friday, it's call-in. Hopefully, we'll have a co-host. So, have a very, very splendid holiday season. 2 more days are left, although one is not a holiday. That's Holidays night in which you dance with the person you love. and then there is New Year's Day. We will be here on New Year's Day. On behalf of Daybreak News, on behalf of our hard-working operators, and on behalf of the good people of this world that have made this program, kept this program alive for almost 2 years, we thank you from the bosom of our heart. Have a very, very pleasant weekend and a very, very enjoyable and reflecting New Year's. Catch you later. Bye.